Hi, you guys. It's Yaz, and today I want to answer a question. Why narcissists don't really want to discard you. And the truth of the matter is, most narcissists don't want to discard you. Why would they want to discard a supply? They always want to have options. And you are one of their options, or you were one of their options. But it got to a point where a narcissist discarded you. And basically, they didn't want to have to discard you, but they do. And I'm going to tell you why that is. See, a narcissist will keep you around as long as you allow them to keep you around. Most of the time, you are going to be the one to have to discard the narcissist. When a narcissist discards you, it's because they have to discard you. Because now you're becoming too demanding. Now you're expecting too much out of them. And at that point, a narcissist comes to the realization and they realize they can't do it anymore, okay? They can no longer juggle you and juggle the other supply. Not only that, sometimes the new supply gets very demanding and wants more of the narcissist's time. So that's why the narcissist, the way it breaks down, you guys, the narcissist is going to start to make excuses why they can't see you. They're going to say they have to work a lot. They're going to say they have to help out their family. So you're going to feel a little driftiness before they actually do discard you. And what they're doing is they're seeing that other supply. And they do it for a while. And you don't even realize this. You don't realize this. You think the narcissist, instantaneously met somebody after discarding you, or it was during the end of the relationship. But no, most of the time, the narcissist had someone almost during the whole relationship. A lot of times, they're still with somebody that they may have known even before you. So sometimes the new supply is not actually new. It could be one of their exes, or it could be somebody that isn't an ex, all right? And, that they're telling you is an ex and isn't really an ex, all right? And you're like the side person that they got involved with. Now things get sticky with you. You're demanding more time out of the narcissist, and the narcissist can't do it, okay? Because the longer the narcissist tries to juggle the two of you, the higher the risk of getting caught. So they have no other choice but to discard you. But if it was up to the narcissist, a lot of people don't realize this, they would keep you around. Even if you're fighting with them, they would keep you around because you are offering something, even if it's just attention. Narcissists thrive on attention. So trust and believe that if that narcissist discarded you, it was because they had to, because of the pressure that they were feeling from the new supply demanding more and more and more time out of them. They've gotten to a point with the other supply where it could have been an ex, where they were on break, then they got involved with you, and now things are getting back to normal with their exes, and they've got to go back to their ex, and so they just discard you, all right? So they have no other choice but to discard you because they can't juggle the two of you anymore, all right? They're afraid that their ex will find out about you, even though they're not technically an ex, all right? They're in a relationship with someone else. It's only that they went on a break or they had a fight and then they got involved with you, telling you that they're single, all right? That's what happens a lot. So the thing is this, don't be so hard on yourself like, oh, you got discarded, the narcissist must not really like you and everything like that. Sometimes narcissists may like you, but they feel the option is better to go with the other person, and they have to make a choice. And that's why they have to discard you, all right? Maybe the other person is not necessarily better, but the other person is easier to deal with. They aren't so demanding. They're not expecting so much. They put up with a lot more of the narcissist nonsense than you would, all right? And when you're a strong individual, you are not going to last with a narcissist because a narcissist wants everything their way. And when you have strong boundaries and you don't put up with anybody's crap, anybody's nonsense, Rest assured, the narcissist is going to discard you. They're not going to discard the other party that is putting up with their nonsense. Like people say, do narcissists get married? Sure, they get married. And do some of those marriages last? Yeah, they could last a long time. But one thing I will tell you, that if somebody is married to a narcissist and they're together a long time, that person is putting up with a lot of crap. That is a given. They're putting up with a lot of crap. They may know what the narcissist is and they just don't feel strong enough to leave them, or they're staying with the narcissist in hopes that they're going to change, or they could just be trauma bonded to the narcissist and can't let go, okay? So what happens is, the reason I'm doing this podcast is to let you know that the narcissist did not want to let you go. They had to let you go, okay? That's why people say to me all the time, why did the narcissist just block me? They blocked you because they were afraid of getting caught. This is the truest reason why a narcissist is going to block you. They don't want you calling or texting when they're with that other supply because you're going to blow their cover. So they do things like a fake discard where they'll block you temporarily, maybe when they're going to the other supply's house, and then when they're back in their own place, they take the block off, okay? Now they're not afraid. And people talk about, well, they'll block you too as a control thing. Yeah, they might do that. But generally, narcissists don't care, all right? So if they block you, 99% of the time, they're blocking you because they're afraid that you're going to be calling, texting, and you're going to blow their cover with the other supply that they're going to be around. That's why they do that, okay? That's why they do that. And that's why they do it so abruptly, because, they're probably spending a lot of time with that other supply, and you're calling, trying to figure out, like, what's going on? When are they coming by to see you? Why haven't they called you as much? And meanwhile, they're with that other supply, and they can't have you calling and texting, all right? So they've gotten in deep with the other supply, and now they've got to cut you loose, all right? They've got to cut you loose, even though they don't want to, because they'd love to have you around feeding all their needs that could be met. Because I'm sure if the narcissist was with you, you were doing something for them, all right? You were doing something for them, whether it was sex, money, attention. Narcissists never want to let things go, all right? And it's like I saw this reel where somebody put out, and they were so dead wrong, all right? Where they said, oh, the narcissist always wants to discard you first. They want to be the first one to discard you. That is not true, okay? That shows me that this dude doesn't know what narcissism is, okay? Narcissists will keep you around as long as they possibly can. They will waste years of your life, if they could, in keeping you around. You know how many narcissists who are married keep people around and string them along for years, telling them they're going to divorce their husband or wife? All right? They know they're not going to divorce their husband and wife, but they string these people for years, okay? Till that person finally realizes that the narcissist is not making a move, not getting divorced, all right? So, no, the narcissist doesn't want to beat you to the chase and discard you first, all right? The narcissist wants you to discard them so that they can guilt trip you, so that you could feel guilty about leaving them. Now you have the seed of doubt. You left them, and it also leaves the door for them to try to get back with you, all right? And they could play the victim. What better way than to just get you to a point where you discard them, you do a reverse discard, so that the narcissist can play the victim to everybody. They love that, all right? So they're going to string you and string you and string you. They're not going to discard you. Oh, I'm going to discard you first. Why would they do that? They would only do that if they had to, because they have that other supply who's on them. The other supply now has gotten in deep with the narcissist, and now the narcissist has to let you go because they don't want to get caught. They don't want to screw things up with that other supply. And that is the realest, truest reason why they discard you, okay? because they can't do it anymore. They can't juggle anymore. It's too risky to being exposed. So that's why the narcissist discards you. Not because they want to. Not because they want to. They like keeping supply around. They don't want to have to cut off somebody that's offering something to them. That would be foolish, right? That would be foolish for the narcissist to let go of somebody that was offering something to them or could offer something to them in the future. A narcissist is never going to do that. That's why they breadcrumb so many different people, all right? They may breadcrumb 10 different people because they want that option to be able to come back. They're not just going to discard you for the purpose of, I'm going to discard you first and walk away. No, they don't do that. What they do is they'll just ignore you. They'll just be busy with other supply. They'll just ghost you. They won't pick up your calls or something like that. So when they block you or they discard you, you can trust and believe they have to do it because they don't want to get exposed and get caught. That's the truest, realest reason, you guys. Trust me when I tell you, I've been around so many of them. Forget it, all right? I was in that dating world. I dealt with a lot of narcissists. I was married to a narcissist over 13 years. I have narcissists in my family. I know how these people operate. So listen when I tell you, they really didn't want to get rid of you. They really didn't want to get rid of you, but they felt they had to. They had to save themselves from getting caught, all right? So that's what happened. Unless you get to a point where they're showing you no attention, all right? Let's say they're showing you no attention and you're just bitching and moaning, why aren't you calling? Why aren't you want to see me? Why aren't you affectionate? Why aren't you this? Why aren't you that? Why aren't you this? All right? When you become that annoying to the narcissist because they're not in the relationship, you're thinking they're in the relationship because they misled you to think they were in the relationship. But when you really start annoying them by asking and expecting more and more out of them, then they may get to a point where they do discard you, but they don't want to have to, all right? It's because too many demands are being put on them and they can't do it. They can't do it. So they may crash and burn and just discard you at that point. But also at that point, they have somebody else. So they don't care. Okay. But they care later on. And that's when they may try you and may try to hoover you. All right. When things aren't going good with the new supply, or they have a fight with the new supply, or they get bored with the new supply. So that's the reality of it, you guys. So understand, it's not that the new supply was better than you. The new supply was easier to deal with. Okay. They might have got the same supply that they got out of you, but that person was easier to deal with. That person was also somebody who's new, and things are always exciting and new. Narcissists love when they start with somebody new because the new person idolizes them, right? You, on the other hand, are starting to see the flaws of the narcissist, and they don't like that. You're starting to see their mask drop, and they know that you're starting to see their mask drop. They want to be idolized. So that's another reason why they love to bounce to a new person, because the new person doesn't really see who the narcissist is. They think they're this great, wonderful, terrific person, all right, because they don't know them long enough. So, but the narcissist, they love to keep, one thing you got to keep in mind, narcissists love to keep you around, and they will never, ever discard you unless they absolutely, positively have to, okay? So I hope that helps you. If it does, hit the subscribe button, share the podcast. If you're looking for confidential one-on-one phone coaching, I have limited availability. Check out the link in the bio at askgaz.wixsite.com/thegameexposed, okay? If you're confused, you don't know if they're a narcissist, if they're covert, overt, grandiose, malignant, and you need some clarity, check out that link, or you need to know, you need some advice. Also, I have a new Facebook page, The Game EXP 777. TikTok is The Game Exposed. YouTube is The Game Exposed Podcast. And Instagram is The Game EXP123. And have a great day.